Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today is no exception. If you look here, I've got my field kit with me, and I'm about to do an activation, but I am not at my home in the mountains. I'm on the coast of North Carolina, and I'm sitting here next to Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. And for those of you who are from North Carolina, you know about Cape Hatteras. This is without a doubt our most iconic structure in North Carolina, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful lighthouse. It is the largest or the tallest brick lighthouse in North America, and the second tallest brick lighthouse in the world, second only to one in Poland. And it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous lighthouse. And the park rangers here at the Cape Hatteras National Seashore were very kind and allowed me to set up here within view of the lighthouse. And I should say, normally when I go to parks, I'm going out in these big parks that are in the middle of nowhere with lots of trees and lots of acreage. And this Cape Hatteras National Seashore is massive. It goes all along the Outer Banks here in North Carolina. But I was speaking with a park ranger last week here. These are the lighthouse keepers' houses. That was the main light keeper's house, and this was the this is like a duplex, or a, I guess you'd say like a semi-detached home for the backup light keepers. And I was here speaking with them last week and had mentioned I was an amateur radio operator, and I was wondering about doing a park activation and asked if I could do one somewhere around here, but I didn't want to be in the way of anything and guests. Right now there are no guests here, but it's actually been a little bit busier today, I think. It's very, very gusty. I'm sure you're hearing wind noise here on the camera, and that's probably keeping a few people away. And we're just a few days before Christmas. This is Monday, what is it, December 20th, I believe? I need to check my watch and make sure, yeah, December 20th. And anyway, I asked for permission. I sent an email to the appropriate people here at the park, and just got today approval for doing an activation here. And they approved the antenna and the system I'm using and everything, and they just asked that I'm not, of course, in the view shed of anything. If people came out here to make photos of the lighthouse, they didn't want me to be in the middle of those photos. So frankly, I wouldn't want to be anyway. Who wants to see me when you've got this gorgeous lighthouse here? I'll try to link to more information about the history of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, because it is an amazing history. And I was just speaking with one of the park rangers here, and they had mentioned that Reginald Fesden actually had been here and done he had made communication with Manteo, North Carolina on behalf of the Weather Service at one point. So this site actually has quite a lot of radio history too, which is common with lighthouses. There are often Marconi sites at lighthouses, and the ship-to-shore service, both for communications, just general communications, and also emergency communications. So at any rate, so I have set up, by choice, mind you, over here next to the lightkeeper's house and up against the trees. And the main reason is I wanted a little bit of shelter from the wind. And this would be out of the way of anyone taking photos of the lighthouse today. And so I kind of like this over here. I was very, very pleased they allowed me to use the Chameleon Impasse Light antenna, mainly because it's not terribly invasive. I don't think this is a site where they would have cared for me to put a big wire antenna up or anything like that. So I didn't even ask about that. We just, I'll be using this vertical antenna, setting it up here. I'm not going to show the setup at this point because it's going to take me a little while to do this, to get the camera set up the way I want to. And I want to save some of the battery here on my action camera. I had not actually planned to do this activation today, but I got the notification that I had approval to come out here only like about an hour ago. And so I changed my plans really quickly because tomorrow it's supposed to be very wet here tomorrow. Yesterday was incredibly windy and rainy. Today it's just windy after that front moved through. Tomorrow we're getting more rain. And so today's my best day to do it because Wednesday we're heading back and to spend Christmas with family and stuff. So this is kind of probably one of my last activations before Christmas. So if I don't think about telling you later, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, however you celebrate the season, wherever you're from. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get to spend time with friends and family. But right now, let's get some radio set up. I'm going to stop the video now and get things set up. Okay, I'm back here, and hopefully you actually have a view of the lighthouse and the radio. If this works out. So I discovered something in my haste leaving our little cottage that we're renting. I had taken out my knee board and my logging book out of my backpack, and the reason I had done that was because I had to transfer like 2 different logs from written logs into electronic logs on occasions when I didn't use the Hammers app. And I left in such haste after I got notification I could come out here and do the activation. I left both of those things behind. So I've actually got something I could write and log on, but I've decided that I'm going to make an attempt, at least, to just use my phone and log directly to my phone this time. I've got a video of the entire activation, so if I have to go back and check something, I can do that. But I'm hoping that those neural pathways or whatever that have been developed for going from CW in my head down to my hand will transfer into typing, because I'm not very good at typing on these things. And we'll give this a go. You have to improvise with things like this. And I have actually set up this so that my KX2 is actually being held in place pretty nicely by the antenna line going through the MOLLE straps here on my backpack. I guess you can see that. But you won't be able to easily see what I'm logging. I'll try to hold this up as I do it, but I'm guessing that on the camera this won't come out very well. But that's fine. That's not what this is about. You can do the copy, and what I'll do is actually just in my activation report on qrpeer.com, which will be linked to below, you can look up the entire log. I'll have everything out there of who I worked and everything. We'll start on the 80 meter band, or 20 meter band today. I'm on 14058 right now. And people ask about QRP gear. Well, this is like a case in point of why QRP gear is so amazing. Like, I had to really improvise. I'm doing this on my backpack instead of my preferred knee board. Don't get mad at me, Carol Ann. I could just kick myself for leaving that behind, but in a way, it's not a bad thing because you actually get to view the lighthouse. When I put this backpack up here, it raises up the surface enough that I can give you something to look at besides just my hands during this whole thing. But with QRP equipment, it just weighs nothing. And I'm not worried about the strain on the antenna connector here with the KX2. Wayne will tell you at Aircraft that they reinforce this thing so it can really withstand a lot. So let's see if we can get going. I'm going to go ahead and start calling CQ here on 20 meters. I've already tuned up, or did I? Let's try this again. Yes, I tuned up. Thankfully, the wind has calmed down slightly. So this should be logging it to the POTA network. Now, it's not a really big problem, actually. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my phone in airplane mode right now. It's not a big deal because I do have really good cell phone service here. And thankfully, there's no QRM here. I'm very happy about that. You know what? I'm gonna turn up the monitor level just a little bit. The Cape Hatteras Lighthouse is getting a complete makeover next year, actually, starting next year. I think it'll take them a while to do it. I don't know what action's like on 20 meters today. I haven't checked. This will tax my brain, doing it this way. I can tell you now. It's almost, I almost have that feeling of doing my very first CW activation doing this, to be honest. I'm not used to typing out stuff, so. Okay. Okay, I just need K, Q, 4, Y, C. Okay, 449. Ohio. Tennessee, okay. Nice, 2 Tennessee contacts. I've been noticing that when I do 20 meters out here on the coast for some reason, I get a lot of Tennessee contacts. Okay. Got it. Utah, that's nice. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Good to get you in here, Mike. Not bad. Oh, B. So it's KE1EEB. K7ULM. Montana, nice. See how he dropped down? He went to nothing. QSB is bad. Okay, no, there's another station in there. Oh goodness. Okay, let's see. W something. Okay, IH. There we go. He's so strong, he's making blasting out my... He's blasting out the speaker. In all fairness, though, I had everything set up. See if anybody else is there. I'll call CQ again, readjust myself here. There we go. Make sure everything's going well here with the camera. It looks like it. That's good. MTN. There we go. There we go, yes. It's okay to send twice like he's doing because let's make sure that I get this correct. Anybody else? I'll CQ one more time. I'll probably move down to the 40 meter band. I've got 11 QSOs so far, not surprising for here, but it's a little surprising for 20 meters, and I can tell there's some super deep fading going on. Okay, I think I got that right. It's Nevada. You know what? This may be one of the very first times I've actually worked in Nevada from a park. I can't remember, but... And I haven't gotten Utah that many times either. Okay, you know what? Where shall we go now? Now here is the glory of using an antenna like the Impasse Light, is I can just move all over the band, doesn't matter. I'm not hearing anything on 7063, so let's go in here and change this to 40 meters in my logs. You know what? So I'm finding that those neural pathways can stand, those ones that have been formed in my mechanical memory, can stand doing typing. I'm glad to know that. I'm not hearing anyone, so let's go ahead and tune this guy. 1 to 1. The band is super quiet. Now, the receiver in the KX2 is very quiet anyway, but let's go ahead and do this. What do you say? Now, I've turned... I'm not contacting my buddy Mike, K8RAT. I'm hoping I can work him today. He's been a little difficult to work on 40 meters. For some reason, conditions have changed. It's a little bit more difficult. But I'd really like to get him today, if I can. And I think I'll be able to do that on 40 or 30. And I think he's watching the spots. If I don't get him, I'll turn the cell phone signal back on my phone and see if I can get him and text him and let him know where I am. But I'm pretty sure he's watching the spots. I put my phone in airplane mode so that it'll preserve the battery a bit, since I'm completely relying on this for logging this time, other than my video that I have here. I bet that's him tuning up right now. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I may run 10 watts today because I may do single sideband. Now, I don't actually have my mic, but I may just try to use the internal mic on this. It depends on how long the CW thing goes and how my battery life's looking here. I actually have another battery for the KX2 I can put in if I need to. But I don't have another phone battery. I do have an extra charger, but I just don't want to be bothered with going to get it if I don't have to. Boy, this band is quiet. really enjoyed our stay here. This week, basically the week before Christmas, we've almost had Cape Hatteras to ourselves. We've been staying in Hatteras Village, and it's just been wonderful. We literally have just kind of had the place to ourselves. We went down to Ocracoke, the day before yesterday, and did a little park activation down there with the AX1, had great results. Man, I tell you what, it is quiet on 40 for some reason. I'm not worried about validating the park. I've already got my 12 contacts, so I've got 2 more than I need. Ah, there we go. Almost tempted to check and see if the RBN's picking me up and spotting me. Sometimes the spotting service of Parks on the Air will go down, and you won't get that off. Okay. N4YZ. Nice to get somebody in North Carolina. Okay. Okay. Maryland, yep. There we go, that's what I was. You can hear the fading on 40 as well. New Jersey. Was somebody else there? Here come a lot more visitors. It's possible somebody could come in and want to talk to me, thinking I'm with the park or something. There we go. I'm sure AF8E understands my messed up fist there. I don't know why, but I was anticipating sending that E. Nice. Okay, that's a park to park. That's a park to park, okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, maybe that's who I was hearing earlier. KD89S. Oh my goodness, they just disappear. Oh. Yeah, I'm 229 with them and they're going down now. Oh, it's KD9. It's KD8. Let me just tell him to wait for a second. I'm going to correct this in my logs while I got him here. Edit IE. Yeah, I got him. Okay. I'm going to save this though. Edit QSO done. Oh, there we go. Save. Now let's go back up here. Call CQ again. Okay, let's make a band change. Listen here for just a second, and while I'm doing this, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take a photo. Lately I've been getting so excited during activations, I just completely forget to take photos of what I'm doing here. And this will make a wonderful photo. I've got the radio, the antenna, and Cape Hatteras Lighthouse all in the same image. Can't really beat that. Let's see if I can... Who says radios can't look good? There, at least I've taken some photos now. If you read my blog entries at qrpr.com, you can tell the days that I wasn't thinking and I didn't take any and I have to just take screenshots. Okay. Okay, I need to change this to 30 meters. Here we go. Make sure I get a good match. Yeah, 1-to-1. Okay, let's see. 30 meters. Let's call CQ here for a little while and see what happens. Make sure it's plugged. Yeah, that's a little loose. Let me make sure that this cable's plugged in really nicely. There we go. Is that A9? Let's make sure I got that right. Ah, there we go. There we go. Gotcha. New Jersey again. People don't realize I'm sitting here at the iconic Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. This is a real treat for me. I'm not joking. The first time I saw this lighthouse, it was like all the things I'd seen. It's like our little Eiffel Tower of North Carolina. Every kid in North Carolina grows up with this lighthouse, especially firmly implanted in their brains, because it has such a great story. And they moved this lighthouse, oh gosh, was it 2 decades ago or something? Which was a monumental engineering effort. I mean, I don't even know how they did it, but you know, the shore, the Outer Banks of North Carolina are really kind of a moving target. The sea is always trying to reclaim part of these barrier islands. And the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse was about to go into the ocean, and they moved that thing, and it's just beautiful. The site, they really have a really nice site. They predict this one should last at least 150 years, I think. They're hoping. They do. I mean, people who build right on the coast here, I would always be nervous about my house going into the ocean during any hurricane, I think. But I've never lived in the coast. I've always lived in the mountains, or mainly in the mountains, actually. The Blue Ridge Mountains, the Alps, and yes, the hills in and around Surrey. Oh, he sounds great here too. Saga, it's safe to assume the spotting's working. I thought I heard somebody else in there before, but no doubt if there's fading on 20 and fading on 40, you can bet that 30 in the middle is going to have some. I don't want to play around on 30 meters terribly long, because I do want to try to do some single sideband if I can here. And you know what? You guys can probably answer this. I may have found the answer by the time I publish this, but I think I'm going to try to post this activation report prior to Christmas. It might be Christmas Eve, but maybe this will be the Christmas Eve special. Great signal. Great signal. Are you there? Oh no. Sometimes you have to do it a few times to get somebody. Nothing heard, come on. Did the band go out on us? It did. I'm just gonna call CQ again. There you go. Okay, K7CO. There, we got him. New Hampshire. Always good to get you in the logs, November Romeo. Okay. This could be a lighthouse is on the air sort of thing. That's what I was going to say earlier. And maybe you guys can tell me how I could make that work if it's not too late. Because I think maybe I didn't get a chance to spot or anything. I left and came over here all within 30 minutes of getting that email giving me the okay. Oh my. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm missing his last. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, B. I'm listening for that RR. Got him! Yay! Oh, he's so fading out. He's just at the edge of that path or something. Ooh, there he is. So he's giving me a 229. I'll call one more time, and then I'm going to move to 40 meters maybe and try single sideband. Should I do 40 or should I do 20? You know what, we'll try 40. Okay, so I'll have to turn on my phone for this because I can't get a spot off the RABN. Ooh, and I'm running low on battery. So I can't do this forever. We'll have to try to keep this short. Okay, let's hop on the POTA network, and then with any luck, it won't fuss at me for not being logged in, because it can give me a real... I just got a SOTA report, 28061 CW. I've got to try this. My buddy N6ARA. 28, what was that again? 28061. Listening for N6ARA on... I'm not hearing anything. I'll tune it, but whoops. That's a long shot, 10 meters to California. Okay, we'll go back down to the 40 meter band. Okay, let's see here. Okay. You know, I was going to try to work a station in Quebec, but they are on FT8. Okay. And I'm not seeing anyone on 7188, so let's... A little bit of noise there, but... okay. Yeah, there's a strange noise there. I don't know. I'll have to spot myself. And I'm going to pump up the power to 10 watts here since I'm doing single sideband. There's some weird noise coming through though. I am not going to stay here. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? This is K4SWL. So this is using the internal mic on the KX2, because I didn't bring the microphone along on this trip. Is this frequency in use? This is K4SWL. Okay, so we're going to start calling 7238. There we go. Okay. So, one interesting note about the KX2 is when you are doing, when you're doing a, using the internal mic, it will not put the monitor on so you can hear your own voice when it's calling CQ. And I'm using the CQ memory right now with my message saying, you know, CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sugar Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. It's doing that automatically right now, and I'm using that instead of using the internal mic because it's probably a little better and a little cleaner. Oh, I got to go in low power mode with my phone. Oh boy. Okay, I have got to turn off this phone again, go back into airplane mode to preserve what little power I have in here. Oh, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Okay, I need to change this back to from CW to SSB and to 40 meters. This will probably be my last spot on here right now. This park is not rare at all, but it's just kind of a novelty to be here at Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. Now we'll see if I can actually do single sideband. It's only putting out 5 watts right now, by the way. No, it may be doing 10 watts. No, the battery's down enough. Let me try this. I am going to replace out the battery here really quickly. And that is so my SSB people can get a full 10 watts. And that may help a little bit today with the conditions the way they are. I do feel like SSB is better served at 10 watts. It's kind of a magic number, I feel like, for QRP. And if you look at most QRP contests, single sideband is considered 10 watts in most contests. So let's plug this in and replace this out. See, I don't consider this to be very much of a hassle at all to change out the battery packs in the KX2. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was kind of swappable like the IC705 is. Here we go. There we go. Now we got up to 10 watts. I like to hear somebody come through. Oh man, this phone's going to die on me really quickly. If it does, I'll use this video to go back and fill in the blanks with the logs, frankly. What I'm doing right now is taking a screenshot of my logs so that if something were to happen to the logs here, and I'd lose them. Okay, so 40 meters, single sideband. Let me make sure I've got that in here correctly again while I'm waiting. There's just not much there right now. I may move up to the 20 meter band. I have to say that the park rangers are very accommodating here, but this is, I don't think that you can just come here and set up around the lighthouse. You definitely have to have permission. And if you're doing anything more than what I'm doing here, you probably have to have a special use permit. They said for these conditions I wouldn't have to, since I'm not going to be anywhere near the lighthouse. There's no fear of that stake hurting anything archaeological or historical, and I'm off to the side and everything, so it worked out pretty nicely. But there's just nothing on 20 meters right now. I'm going to go to 40 meters. I think I'm going to go to 20 now. This is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima. I'm going to QSY to the 20-meter band. This is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima.
Sierra Whiskey Lima,
Oh.
Whiskey 4 Zulu X-Ray Tango.
Whiskey 4. Okay, is that Whiskey 4 Zulu X-Ray Tango? I believe I got that right there. This is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima at park number 0682, where you're about a 5x7. 5x7, my friend. QSL?
So much noise in there, Thomas. I hope they catch you on CW soon. W4GX.
Thank you so much for the contact, my friend. I've got you in the logs. 7 3s, and have a great day. Okay, let's see here. Let's move up to... Okay, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima. I'm a QSY to the 20-meter band. Okay, we'll give us one more go here. I'm a little nervous about... Leave that running here for a second. See if I can get this thing to readjust here. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? This is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call CQ. If I can get this to load up. Maybe this will be better than 40 meters. We'll see. 14,327. I actually can't stay here much longer because I told him I wouldn't be here much longer than this. I don't know what time they close up today. And it didn't take my spot. I hate that. Sometimes when you put a spot in, it doesn't actually take it. Ah, there it goes. It switched back. Okay, well, I guess it did hurt. Do it. So, good. Well, at least we got that. Go back into airplane mode. Save a little juice. And I got to change this to 20 meters. Single sideband. I got... It smells so nice. The salty air smells so great out here. It's I absolutely love the Outer Banks. I've got to come back out here again next year, I think. We're planning a little trip down to Florida to visit some friends early next year, and then hopefully Canada in the summer, and maybe in the winter again we can come back down here. Because I've really liked this. The Cape Hatteras National Seashore is just everywhere, so it's a great site to activate. You know, long stretches of coast, and I had planned, like I think I said, I'd planned to go out on the coast today, like literally on the sand, and do an activation. But unfortunately, the wind was blowing so much, I think it would just sandblast my radio. It was insane. Really strong gusts. You can't tell the gusts are too bad right here, but if I took you out to the coast right now, you wouldn't be able to hear me talk from all the wind noise. I am really tempted. If I don't hear anybody here in a couple minutes, I may go down to the 60-meter band. QRZ, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. QRZ, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. Okay, that is not for me, I don't think. You know what? That is a sign I'm going to move down to the 60-meter band. That sounds like somebody just talking to somebody else. So let's try to do a little bit more CW maybe. And hopefully this will just spot me. I don't hear anybody there. (40, 60 meters. Here we go. Change that back to CW. I'm sorry single sideband was a bit of a bust, but I think it's just conditions today are really bad, and so it's just not doing as well. CW seems to punch through all that. So we'll go for 60 meters now. Ooh, and the camera battery's starting to go down too. It's a little chilly out here. It's not bad though. This is nothing like the mountains. People here are kind of wrapped up, but I've just got a windbreaker on. It is chilly for here, I think, but they have pretty cold winters down here on the Outer Banks because of the winds. The winds are what do it, you know, really knocks the temperature that you feel down. Now this antenna probably becomes less and less efficient when you go down further in the bands, but I'm trying 60 meters with the thought that there's a possibility my buddy Mike may be able to hear me down here. I don't know. We'll have to see. I need to crack open the phone and replace out the battery. In fact, I'm going to order a battery for this phone. It's still working. This phone still works. I've had it a really long time. I mean, a really long time. I like the size of it. It works fine for me and what I do. I'm not somebody that keeps the latest iPhone or Android phone at all. Really, to me, it's a camera with a phone built into it. I use apps, but I only use the apps I need for a ham radio. I really do. I'm not a fan of notifications and push notifications and all that stuff. Drive me bonkers. The only ones I have are the SodaGoat app and really text messages and phone calls. That's about the only thing I ever receive on this. So. By the way, something you want to consider doing on 60-meter band, because it's channelized, really. I went in here and put in all the CW frequencies for 60 meters in my memories, so I can recall them really quickly, and so if someone's on one of them, I can move to another. Oh, tell me that's Mike. Tell me that's Mike. I'd love to get Kate. All right. Whoops. I'd love to get Mike Hanskin in here. .60 meters is one of those weird places where it's really hard not to tune up on someone because it's channelized. And and not a lot of people are calling me right now. I know I could catch some more if I go up on 20 meters, but I think I really do need to pack it up. I love the scrolling underneath. You can't see it probably in this image, but the scrolling underneath the top of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse is really a nice touch. That's back when people put thought into these sort of utility structures. You know, the things that, like back when we used to make power stations look really cool. Okay, K3ES. Can you hear me? Good, got him. The band here must be pretty bad too. You still there? Okay, well, we'll move on because I've got to, because my phone's running down. This band must be terribly flaky. But you know what? I don't care because I am absolutely loving this activation. First of all, I've learned that I can actually use this thing if I need to without paper and pencil. That does not mean I'm not going to use paper and pencil moving forward because frankly, I still like doing that. I still like having paper logs and I'll always do paper logs. But it's nice to know that if I just don't have the room, I can use this directly. I've never really tested it before. To be honest, never thought about testing it before to see if I could do that. Gives me hope that if I ever do a contest, I could actually, you know, use a keyboard. Boy, there's just nothing there. If I wanted to work more contacts, I'd just move up to 20 meters right now. I'm pretty sure I could probably add another 10 or so to the list. But you know what? I'm going to pack it up here soon. I don't want to overstay my welcome. Yeah, I definitely need to get going. It's about 4 o'clock and I need to pack up. I want to go in there and talk to them for a little bit, take a few photos and things. And I think this site closes by 5. So I don't want to be out here much longer than that. Plus, actually, I've got a really good Agatha Christie book that I've been wanting to read. I really like the Hercule Poirot series. I love those classic mysteries like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stuff. Really big fan of Sherlock Holmes. I've read all the Sherlock Holmes stuff. In fact, I've read all of Conan Doyle's stuff. Yeah, some wonderful sci-fi, early sci-fi books too, or short stories. I'm hearing somebody in there. Is that right? Okay, I think I got it right. Did I get that right? God, I'm good. There we go. Nice. So I got one 60-meter contact. Very, very pleased about that. Now, I can try to look at the QSO map, but it's probably, it won't do it. I'm offline. It won't do it. But you can see here I've got a pretty decent amount of contacts. And, of course, to be honest, I'm going to go back and switch that one. It almost looks like that went in as a single sideband contact, so I need to go back in there and change that. 2 single sideband contacts, the rest of them CW, a total of 26 entries. Not bad for just a nice little casual contact. And battery is down on the camera down to 10%. So that is definitely time to pack up. I'll move this now and do my best to stand up. But again, I am very, very pleased. This activation, this is really special for me to come out here to Cape Hatteras. Frankly, let me move this down just a little bit. Very pleased with the impact light. Very low impact. I mean, I told them when I wrote, I said, there's just one stainless steel spike I'd put in the ground that's about the size of, kind of a large tent stake. And so I'm very, very happy I had that as an option today. If not, I would have been using the AX1 antenna. I have other antennas at home I could use, but when I left to come out here from the mountains, I was not planning to do an activation here, literally, at Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. So if you ever get a chance to come out here, I would highly encourage you to check out the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. The museum is here in the lighthouse keeper's home, and there's a nice gift center up there and a pavilion, and it's just really something special to see. A beautiful lighthouse. There are a lot of other lighthouses along the NC coast that you need to check out too. Cape Fear, Cape Lookout, the Bodie Lighthouse down on Ocracoke. We were just there the other day. Beautiful old lighthouse. And sometime I really need to make a trip out and do lighthouses on the air excursion. I can see that in my future. I'd love to do that. If you have any experience with that, I'd really love to know about it. I think those things are a lot easier for people that live near the coast. I always try to tell my European friends, for me to get here to the coast of North Carolina, even though it's in the same state, it is an 8.5 hour drive from my home in the mountains. And I'm not even in the furthest west part of North Carolina. I could probably do another 1.5 to 2 hour drive yet. North Carolina is a very east to west sort of state. So I could have easily gone up to Washington, D.C. or something on the same amount of mileage I used to get here. So it's not super close. People ask how close the coast is all the time. when they're just asking about where I live. And I can get to the South Carolina coast in about 4.5 hours, something like that. But the North Carolina coast is much further away. Now, we are at the farthest point, really this is the farthest point east in North Carolina, right here at Cape Hatteras. Yeah, I can actually go to places like Wilmington a little faster, maybe 5.5 hours or 6, something like that. But anyway, it is a beautiful day. And thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate this. I always feel like I've got someone along with me for the ride when I enjoy these activations. And it makes it kind of fun. And I hope you get out there. And if I'm able to get this posted before Christmas and before the holidays and everything, I wish you and yours the very best and a Happy New Year. My videos are not in any kind of chronological order at this point. I'll be posting videos soon from earlier this month, and also I think from late November. I may even have one hanging around from October. So who knows what'll come up next. But I'll try to get this thing posted before I head back, because I actually have internet coverage where I am right now, which I don't have. I don't have bandwidth at home, so I can maybe get this thing uploaded before then. So anyway, again, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And if you get a chance, please subscribe. I'd like that. Yeah, until next time, 7 threes.